Stephen King's It, 1986, is one of his most iconic works, blending horror, coming-of-age drama, and psychological suspense. At its core, the novel is about childhood trauma, memory, and the enduring power of friendship. The story is set in Derry, Maine, a town haunted by a malevolent entity that awakens roughly every 27 years to feed on fear. This creature, often appearing as Pennywise the dancing clown, preys on children, exploiting their deepest anxieties. The Losers Club. The protagonists are a group of 7 children: Bill Denbrough, Beverly Marsh, Ben Hanscom, Eddie Kasprak, Richie Toyer, Mike Hanlon, and Stan Uris, who form the Losers Club. Each is marginalized in some way, whether by appearance, class, or personal struggles, but together they find strength. Bill, the unofficial leader, is driven by grief after his younger brother Georgie is killed by Pennywise. Beverly endures abuse at home. Ben struggles with weight and loneliness. Eddie is overprotected by his mother. Richie hides insecurity by humor. Mike faces racism, and Stan wrestles with skepticism. Their bond becomes the novel's emotional anchor. Dual timelines. King structures the novel across 2 timelines. 1958, the Losers Club confronts Pennywise as children, discovering their lair and vowing to defeat it. 1985, now adults, they are drawn back to Derry when the killings resume. Though they have forgotten much of their childhood, Mike, who stayed in Derry, calls them back to honor their oath. This dual narrative highlights how trauma lingers, even when memories fade, and how confronting the past is essential for healing. Themes: fear and trauma. Pennywise embodies personal and collective fears, showing how terror can shape lives. Friendship and unity. The Losers Club's strength lies in their bond. Together they can resist what alone they cannot. Memory and identity. The novel explores how childhood experiences define adulthood, even when forgotten. Evil and corruption. Derry itself seems complicit, a town where violence festers and adults ignore horrors. Style. King's prose is vivid, weaving psychological insight with visceral horror. He balances supernatural terror with realistic portrayals of childhood and small-town life. The novel's length allows for deep character development, making readers invested in both the children and their adult counterparts. Reception. It was a bestseller upon release and remains one of King's most celebrated works. Pennywise has become a cultural icon, symbolizing primal fear. The novel has inspired multiple adaptations, including the 1990 miniseries and the 2017-2019 film duology. By its conclusion, the Losers Club defeats Pennywise, but not without cost. Their victory underscores the novel's central message: courage and friendship can overcome even the darkest evil, though scars remain.